Hmm. Okay. All right. There you go. Shalom. Shalom. Yeah, this thing is messing up again. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Sounds and videos are good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, yes, yes. A lot of distraction going on out there. A lot of distraction going on. They're trying to drag the whole yay stuff, you know, keep a lot of people distracted. A lot of people are distracted. They don't know what's going on. They don't know what's going on out there. Okay. Yeah, the Isos Trouble videos are coming. I would say next week. Started this or no next week they will be pop up. It's just this new system that I have. You know, it's crazy. Everything has to be compatible, and they are not compatible. So, and I have to literally go get the things that I need to get, but a lot of stuff are running low. So there are certain purchases I can't make. So that's why I haven't get this thing, and I'm waiting on that stuff that I ordered. But anyway, there are so much stuff going on, so much distraction, and you see the whole things with Yay, which I have no idea what's going on. And frankly, I don't even want to know what's going on because what's gonna happen is once you get into this circle, you get into this spiral or this uncontrollable spiral. It will be nothing but waste of time. So I dedicated my time to study, and then I'm learning a lot. And just as today, well, yesterday, I uh, I was talking to Sensei, and when I questioned him concerning the civilization, so to speak, the coming race and stuff like that, and certain other things. Oh, let me put this one on silent because it will ring. There you go. When I questioned him about the civilization that we have apparently under us, and he gave me certain answer, and he had discussed that the Bermuda Triangle is one of the entrance over there. Okay, the Bermuda Triangle is one of the entrance, and it's guarded. Okay, the Bermuda Triangle is guarded by quote unquote one of the sea monsters, of course, the Leviathan. All right, and there is quite a few stories you might heard that people said, okay, shape like other things disappear, and then they call it a myth, which is not a myth at all. It's not a myth at all. It's actually real. It is actually real. So, and the Bermuda Triangle is one of the many entrances. In fact, um, some of the entrances, like the north and south, it is said to be the main entrance. But there are other places that you can enter there, such as the Bermuda Triangle, and then there is a place. It's a volcanic. Well, it's an ancient volcano. I forgot the name of it. It's one of the entrance, and one of the caves, main entrance, and many of the caverns, subterranean caves, or the entrances. So now you may see that the video is titled "Abandoned Ship," And that's what the so-called 83 is doing right now. They are abandoning ship because when you look at it, this will mess things up. Because when you look at it, there's nothing they can do now. There's no way they can reverse this. I was just watching a video about Rapture Ready. You know what? Let me not talk about it. Let me just play it for the nation. Okay. So the people will see how far those folks have fallen into derision, disgrace, and delusion. All right. Okay.
Israelites, and especially of the Jews, who are also Israelite, the ceremony for the third temple. So stay with us till the end of this video so you don't miss out on any of this information.
The third temple is being built right
don't
now.
forget to subscribe to our channel and click on the bell symbol so you don't miss out on any of our wonderful videos in the future. And let's get started. Third place of worship. Many people are interested in finding out what the Bible has to say about the possibility of there being a third temple, because it played such an important role in the history of the ancient Israelites, and especially of the Jews, who are also Israelites. There are three scriptural indications that point to the existence of another temple, despite the fact that the biblical texts are not always as explicit as we would like them to be. The first two of these depict a physical temple, while the third is merely symbolic. The fact that the feast of the
That's not true. Now they are trying to say the third temple is symbolic because we've been saying that now. Back then, not even back then, till now, all the Christian will tell you straight up the third temple is they tell you the third temple is physical. It actually have to be built, or all of a sudden now backpedaling. Backpedaling. Oh, well, the third temple may have been symbolic. Oh, okay. Yeah. The third temple is symbolic. Yeah, whatever, man. Whatever. Yeah, whatever.
Tabernacles was mentioned in the temple, despite the fact that the biblical texts are not always as explicit as we would like them to be. The first two of these depict a physical temple, while the third is merely symbolic. The fact that the Feast of the Tabernacles was mentioned in the Bible so frequently as a way to draw attention to other significant occurrences is one reason why it's so significant. First Kings chapter 8 verse 2. And it was also during the Feast of Tabernacles that the Israelites who had returned to rebuild the temple gathered to celebrate under Joshua's leadership and to Zerubbabel. In Ezra 3, and there are many other instances of many events that went on in Scripture during the Feast of Tabernacles, but I'm going to read this article from 365 News about the reenactment of the water libation held to prepare for the Third Temple. If you would like to read it for yourself, I'll make sure to leave a link to it.
So, this is from Rapture Ready. All right, those people are talking about the third temple being built. Okay, all right. They are talking about the third temple being built. It's about to happen. So all those garbages they've been talking about the whole of the beast. Trump is being sent back. Those were garbage. Okay, now the third temple is built, and then things now is about to get real. All the stuff that happened pre-2020, those were warm up. The elite was doing. The globalists was testing you. Big Levi, they were testing us with the lockdown. That's what Gentiles like to say. Oh, the lockdown was a test. They wanted to see how you're going to respond. You know, slavery was just a test, Big Levi. They enslaved you. Chattel slavery was just a test. They wanted to see, if how would you respond. So they will enslave you after another 400 years. It was a test. That's the kind of garbage that they're coming up with, man. Okay? And the reason why those people are abandoning ship and then they are giving things away, they are flying away, they are leaving things. Somebody sent me an article about the CEO, founder of Hobby Lobby. Okay, all right. This guy, he's giving the company away because he found God. Another CEO, okay, he gave the company away because he found Gentiles billionaire. Now all of a sudden, I found God. I see Jesus. I took a bath with him, and that was the best experience of my life, and I gave all my money away now. All of a sudden, yeah, whatever, man. You guys are abandoning ship, abandoning it. You guys are the rats are jumping off. Okay, that prime minister, she was like 90 days, yeah, 90 days and stuff like that and that stuff. Yeah, he been saying. Let me read the article. Yeah, he said, "Oh, the wealth is not good. It make you sin. It's a curse." Let me try to read the article for you. Plus, beloved, remind me of the at the end of the prayer. Oh boy, we have. Oh, I gotta get it. Somebody remind me at the end of the prayer. We had a dream, multiple dreams from a sister. We'll name the sister CM. Okay, please remind me. I have multiple dreams that I'm going to read. I may have to record and upload this. Let me see if I can read the article that I've been received. Mm-hmm. Oh boy, I think I forgot who sent. There we go. Hmm. Hmm. Um, I was just reading this thing. You know what? I think it's here. Hmm. You know what? Let me see if I can get the video first.
CEO and founder of Hobby Lobby, David Green, giving away his ownership of the arts and crafts company to a trust. Green says his decision was influenced by other company leaders like Patagonia, who recently handed their ownership to a trust and environmental nonprofit organization. All right.
So they didn't say anything. They didn't say anything. Okay. This guy, um, he gave away his wealth. A bunch of them are doing that. You know what? You know who's next? Warren Buffett. Or they giving away of to fight the environment. God want me to do good now. You know. God want me to do this. I find out that wealth is a hell of a lot curse. Rich people are so evil, man. I decided to be poor so I can be righteous. Yeah, whatever, man. The blessing run out. You guys are jumping off the ship, and the events are not stopping. This thing is pretty much all over. Yeah, Warren Buffett was talking about this. Warren Buffett was like, "Oh, he ready to give his all his money to charity, to charity, which they can go ahead." And literally, they just said, "This is what they say, Bridget. I'm not part of this anymore. I give the ownership to the guy that want to take the blame. Yet I'm going to low key in the background enjoying the wealth." That's all that means. Okay. Yeah, all those Elon Musk fellow, Jeff Bezos, they're about to give up the wealth for the world to become a better place and stuff like that. Yeah, get out of here, man. Get out of here. It is done. There's nothing you can do that can actually slow this down, make this better and stuff like that. Now, beloved, with that being said, we gotta again somebody remind me of the dream once we're done. Sensei and the masters, they are about to do something for our ancestors. If you wish to participate in that, please take note first. It's kind of like on short notice, but it's on November the 1st. November the 1st. So you got about, ooh, one, two, three. 4 days. Damn, that was a short notice because they told me yesterday. It's on short notice. Those of you that have your people that on the other side, okay, they were going to do quote unquote ceremony for them, okay, just to keep them in touch, okay, with you, with us. So, if you are interested, I would say gather their name from your mother's side, your father's side, or it could be your own mother, your own father, and it could be anybody that were related to you that is in the other side. Gather their picture, okay, gather the name, and if you wish to um, have this ceremony done and then things to be done with for them, contact us. Okay, it will be somewhere we will give you the instruction how to do things, but it's a short notice. I wish they would have told me this a month ago so the nation would have been prepared. But if you are interested, so uh it would be somewhere around 200 flowers to get the thing done, and then everything we will give you the instruction, the things you will do on your part, and then have it done. So November 1st, that's when the special portal is going to open, and they're gonna do it. And then after that, I believe they can do it any other time, but that was a short notice. They just told me yesterday, and I'll pray upon it. So if one of you interested, you know, send us an email, give me a call. The best way to communicate is through WhatsApp, and then we can go ahead and do this. Somebody said they can't find coconut in the store. Can I use coconut milk? Again, we say this 1,000 times. You have to use the actual coconut water. You have to use the coconut water. If you choose to use milk, that's you. No, you can check the coconuts online and buy them online. It has to be actual coconut. If there's no season, try to buy it online. You have to buy it online. That's I'm just telling you what they told me. I know, brethren, this thing is so hard to find. You would have thought like going you just go to the market and stuff. It is hard. You might want to buy it on Etsy. You might want to buy it on Etsy. Etsy would be the best place for you to actually buy these coconuts. Try to follow the thing. If you wish to use milk, mm, that's you. I will not tell. I won't say this. Please visit Etsy, brethren. That's the place you have a high probability of finding coconuts there. They sell all kind of things. I even find some turtle shell, tortoise shell, which is very powerful. Well, if you have coconut tree around your neighborhood, just do like my mother do. Just go around and pick up the one that are outside the place. They're over there in South Florida. This thing is literally everywhere. You drive, you see them everywhere. Just pick them up. That's like the best way to do it. I haven't buy mine yet. I can just go ahead and tell my mom I need 3 coconuts, and then she will just go around and bring me like 16 of them because they're literally all over. Okay, brethren, I will pass the message again at the end. So if somebody you're interested, because the one that are on the other side, they matter a lot. They can do things you can't do. They can access certain things you cannot access. They can guide you to certain place you thought you couldn't go. They have certain things they can do on the other side. We have certain things that we can do on this side. So if you wish something good to happen, some harmonization, you know, send us your email, tell us you're interested and you got the flowers, and then we'll send you the instruction. Forgive me, it was in a short notice, and I understand how this thing was kind of like the 3 days. We got like till the first. Today is the 26th. Got 27, 28, 29, 30, like 3 4 days. Very short notice, man. So please, if you wish, all right, you can go ahead and gather things. Like I said, somewhere around 200 flowers, because it's a lot of things they're going to do. You may be able to participate live streams, or they will send you the video or the photos. It's two ways. Either some people may not have time to be on the live while they are performing it. They will send you. It's gonna be private, of course, and they're going to send you the stuff. But um, I would advise anyone, if you can do this, do it. We have multiple people. One brother sent a great testimony for the nation that the soap, well, the perfume, because of a lack of a better word, we'll use it. Word. It's working. It's working. It's working magically. It's magically working. It's working wonders. It's working wonderfully. Okay, the brother sent said testimony. Certain things I cannot share with the nation. I myself, this thing is bringing. I'm like, I don't have any more place. I just like, wow, this is amazing. Okay, all right. So a lot, man, a lot. It's magnificent. All right. So, beloved, again, we want to tell the nation to keep the beloved Sister Atrin Campbell, in your prayer. Sister Zina, all right, she good now. Okay, she had certain issue that the nation, uh, um, the nation was praying for her. Okay, it's been resolved. So she said to give the mighty one great praise, great glory for her, because the thing that she was asking is good now. Okay, our beloved sister, sister. Oh boy, I saved it under a name. Yeah, I think it's Sister Mother Harlow, Sister Harlow up there in New York. She asked the nation to pray for her. Okay, all right. She asked the nation to pray for her. Keep the beloved sister in your prayer. We have word, of course, beloved brother Anthony is doing much well. Okay. Sister Peggy, keep beloved Sister Peggy Wiley in your prayers. You know how those scumbags are doing when it comes to your house and your debt and your mortgages. They always find a way, to do our people wrong. All right, keep the beloved sister in your prayer. All right, Sister Kay Johnson, keep the beloved sister in your prayer. All right, and brother Zephaniah, which is going to surgery, I believe, next week. To some of you that can help. Okay. After that, beloved, after the prayer, we will discuss a dream that we have here. Wait a minute. No, we have. I believe which day we have to. Noga and Shabbatai. Which one was? Hopefully, one of you wrote that down. We said on Noga we were going to do the dream, and then on Shabbatai we were going to do the testimony. We have a dream. A sister sent a written dream. We will talk about it on Friday instead because it's quite long. Okay, it's quite long, and we will multiple dreams, beautiful dreams. I am in these dreams. Okay, Big Judah is in this dream. You are in this dream, and most importantly, they are in this dream, and it's not good at all. It's not good. It's not good for those people, and when I'm reading this dream, and I got chills. I got chills how this thing, really, it's really bad for those folks out there. And I had spoken with a sister that, let me see, Sister DW. We had spoken with the sister, and the sister was grieved exceedingly about the story of this two-third that literally give away her power and run to the pastor of her of this church, and the pastor told it to burn everything, throw your phone away because they are the work of the devil. Brethren, let me make something. Let me reinstate. Let me reinforce something here, beloved. Those people are all over, even in this truth. We cannot blame them, brethren. Remember the whole ivory soap incident? A lot of people went back to their leaders, man, and then they told them, "This is evil. Don't you do it. Throw it away." And then those people listen, they don't, and they throw away the blessing. And then they are afraid of this thing because their pastors or their leaders told them not to do that. That is why I don't want to be a leader, because I don't want to take. You know what will happen now? When this thing is over, all and each of you will be called and given account of your deeds. And then when they find out you are the one that went out there spreading fear and ignorance upon the children, because they were learning certain things, they come to you to get advice. They come to you to get your point of view. They did not come to you to tell them what to do, to tell them don't do things, to tell them you're going to hell if you do this. And you did. You stopped the growth that's on your head now. This sister that gave all those stuff to this pastor and burned everything, yeah, she doesn't know anything. She doesn't know anything. All those far advanced technology that was like thousands of years with certain things you don't even know what they are. She literally destroyed them. The pastors destroyed, and then we save a few that are now in the process. We try to cobble them up because we don't know what it is, because they are mangled beyond recognition. Those are the same people that are, some of them are still in the nation. They will give an account of what they did. When somebody come to me, for instance, as an advisor, is Big Levi, I found this, I had this dream. I'm dealing with this person. My job is not to tell them you're going to hell, you're not gonna make it, because I'm sure that not only I am going to make it, but you ain't. I'm sure that it is the devil. Throw it away, throw things away. It was one thing you never told anyone. Throw it away. Yesterday, a brother of mine ordered a perfume. Okay, he's a Shemeshite like I am. Okay, they send him something else. I don't know. Is my glasses acting or something? Anyway, it could be my glasses. So they send him another version of this thing. Anytime you order anything, quote unquote, spiritual online, a book or a perfume, anything, they send you something different. Don't turn it back. Don't return it. Keep it. It happened to another sister in New York. Okay, she bought a perfume for her, and she bought for some reason, every time somebody ordered the heliotrope, they sent them something else, and then they sent the sister another thing, and she sent me the photos, and then and when we look at it, it's not the thing, and I told her keep it, it's good. Okay, when we read it and we find out, like, whoa, this is good. All right. You never tell anyone to throw things away because you don't understand, you don't know what it is. Everything has its use. You gotta know how to use both light and darkness. Balance. Beloved, let us start. Let us pray. Great glory goes unto the mighty one, the one that created the heaven, the earth, and everything in them. Oh, Heavenly Father, we come before you kneeling. We bow down before you. We come to learn. We come to get the wisdom, to get the knowledge. We thirst, we yearn, we hunger after your knowledge. We hunger after your wisdom. As we're in the last days, the liars, the sinners, the deceivers are lying on your behalf and saying that, yes, you did told them. The sinners are lying and saying, yes, the third temple is about to be built. They are gathering the blocks, the cement, the concretes. They will build this temple. We know they are liars. Heavenly Father, we are seeing the Gentiles are not giving away their wealth because somehow they found you. It's not you finding them now. They find you as if they own you like they used to own us. Almighty One, you that created the heaven, the earth, and everything in them for us to use. You created everything for our leisure. You created everything for our people to study, to find out, to manipulate, to control. Yet we see so many of the people that look like us that find blessing that are beyond anything you can possibly imagine, yet they throw it away. As the people, we cannot blame them because we indeed did the same thing. We threw away the blessing that you gave us because we wanted to hang out with the Gentiles. We threw away all the knowledge and the wisdom that you gave us because we wanted to adopt something backwards. As we are advancing in time and ages and also in wisdom, we are learning that we were fools for dropping out of your wisdom college or university. We find ourselves being fools for rejecting your principalities, your spirits, your intelligences, and adopt Gentiles' lies and garbage. Now that time is moving. Now the heavens spoke. Now that when we turn, we lift up our heads, we look at the heaven, we see the signs, we see the cloud speaks to us, the wind whisper in our ears, the trees talking to us, the animals signaling us, the events, the news. We see the craziness, Gentiles burying their children alive. Gentiles are taking their wives and their children out because they thought they were demons. Gentiles literally stabbing the daughters to death and suffocated her because she was an evil child. We see the madness. We see the school popcorn. We see all those things. All those events are speaking and talking to us. Thank you for releasing the knowledge that the Bermuda Triangle is another entrance to our land that is below, so to speak. Mighty One, we cannot thank you enough for all the great things that you've done for us. We can't thank you enough for all the good stuff that you've been sending upon us. We say glory, 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 hallelujah. We give the mighty one great praise, great glory. We exalt his name above all forever. We ask that he keep us safe in those upcoming days. Beloved, this is going to be a brutal winter. When we talk about brutal winter, we don't actually mean the actual weather. We mean the spiritual situation that certain people is going to be falling into. We ask the mighty one to keep our brethren, our sistren over there that in Europe or the one that are here safe. As yesterday we had our solar eclipse over there in the third part, and we had done our experiment. We are now waiting as the mighty one always sanctify the days, always sanctify the elements. We indeed sanctified yesterday for justice, reparation, restoration. It is done. Beloved, keep on praying, keep on pushing. In esto sale sit sapienza et ab omni corruptione sevet mentes nostras et corpora nostra per oncomael et in vitute huac ac mael recedant ab isto phantasmata ilae ut sit sal coelestis sal terrare et terra salis ut untruedus bostrituas et adat spei nostrae conua tui volentis. Amen. Heavenly Father, we are the salt of the earth. We are the best of the best. Since we are the salt and we cannot lose our savor, thus we must remain in this realm to put spice, taste in the food that is being cooking. We are the prime, we are the light of this world. Therefore, we require and we need our powers so we can move forward. 83 has lost the spiritual power that they had. They lost the blessing that they had. We have gained and regained ours, and we must use it for our people. We must use it for good. Revetatur sinis ad fortem, aquarum viventium, et fiat terra fructicans et germinant et arboreum vitae peltria nomina quae sunt nesta hod et gesod in principio et infini per alpha et omega qui sunt en spiritu asof. Amen. Just like Moses did in antiquity, just like the mighty one, the great and terrible one, Adonai, told him to take a handful of the sand and blow it in the wind, and the plague was upon the Egyptian. Thus, the people that are here, listen, your mission is to pray so the angels will take another handful of sand and blow it in the wind, so the plagues, the boils, the maggots, the vermins, the worms will be upon the skin of the one that did these horrible things to us. There will be great and terrible things coming upon those people. And sale sapientiae aetanae et in aqua regenerationis et incinere gemintante terram novam omnia fiat per Elohim Gabriel Raphael et Uriel in saecula et aeonals. Amen. Heavenly Father, may you take those spiritual melange and mix them and compose this holy water that is in us. May you throw it upon us and bless us and heal us. And may you throw it to the enemy and destroy them and curse them. To all the angels, to the Holy Spirits, to all the principalities, the intelligences that are working in our behalf, we say thank you. Thank you for everything. Thank you for the protection of the nation. May you continue protecting us. Thank you for keeping us safe, sheltered. Thank you for not coming against us. Thank you for not giving us into great shame, great reproach, and great disgrace. Selah, Selah, Selah. Go in peace. By the power of the Most High, God Almighty, vested in me, and He can take it anytime He feel like. I leave all of you in peace. Go in peace, beloved brothers and sisters. Excuse me. We have a few stuff we're going to discuss. Give me a moment. Let me double check something right quick. In the meantime, let me let this thing play. Let me let this Rapture Christian play. Hmm. Huh. Okay.
Sure to leave a link to it in the description.
There we go.
It says, "Victory will flow through your veins as you drink from the fountains of joy." Isaiah chapter 12, verse 3. On Tuesday in Jerusalem, a full dress reenactment of the water libation as it was performed.
Thank
in
you,
the temple
beloved Sister
held with
Talisha,
700
Poland, for the
participants led
super
by
sticker.
Kohanim and priestly guards, accompanied by Levites playing musical instruments. This event was a recreation of how the water libation was performed in the temple. The ceremony started at Shar Hashbaz, which is located in the dung pit of the old city of Jerusalem. There, the participants joined the priests in wearing the biblically mandated vestments, and Levi fought with musical instruments while wearing special vestments as well. The ritual was held by musically talented Levites who played joyful music on drums, violin, guitar, and clarinet as they wound their way down ancient walkways into the valley below the Temple Mount. The crowd cheered and danced as they made their way through the archaeological ruins of the ancient city of David, an Arab village, and finally to the Siloam Spring, which was utilized during the time of the temple. The procession was broken up by stops at which timed trumpets made of pure silver and measuring 4 feet in length were played. In addition to quite a few other rabbis, Rabbi Israel Ariel, who is known for establishing the Temple Institute, served as the event's overseer. On the website, you'll find a list that you can read. The golden container, which served as the water jug at the pool, was placed at the front of the parade. After the jug had been filled, the procession made its way back up the peak of the mountain, where a miniature version of the altar and its associated implements had been erected in an open space close to the western wall. The ceremony culminated in the priestly blessing, and after that, the once every 7 years Hakal ceremony was held. The altar was decorated with large leafy willow branches, just as it was done in the temple.
So now, what this guy is saying here is the so-called the ish over there. They are doing some ceremony. While they are doing their thing, and we have our things too we want to do. We have again the masters. Forgive me, this is a very short notice. If some of you wish, if you have family members such as your mother, your father, your uncle, your grandfathers, your ancestors, if you have picture of ancestors that were enslaved back in chattel slavery, if you have their names, which I will highly recommend the people to seek the names of your people from the plantation. Okay, I believe the beloved sister Lisa Cabrera had a whole series on that, how she find out all her people that was in the field doing chattel slavery. You, I would advise you to do this. Gather their name. You may not find their pictures, but gather their name. It is time for you to concretely connect with them and communicate with them, because they are on the other side. There are certain things they can do for you, and there are certain things you can do for them. There are places they can go you cannot go, because they are in another realm and they need justice. Okay, they have things, okay, that they can help you with. Remember again, beloved, I will ask you to not forgive, but I will tell you to don't mind the well, she's not a sister, but for a lack of a better word, because we're having this discussion, uh don't mind the sister that gave her blessing away. Okay, it was something that her ancestors store for her. Okay, they store it for her, and she gave it away. She chose a pastor instead. Okay, all right. um your ancestor may have gathered things for you that our people, maybe the record, they were destroyed, or they couldn't pass it to anybody. But it is your time to find out who your people were they enslaved either here in America, Jamaica, Trinidad, wherever. Find the name of your ancestors and gather as much as you can. If you have photos, old photos of anybody that died from your family in the 1910s, 1920s, 1800, gather their name, gather the picture if you can. This is very important. All right, they don't want you to get connection with those things. People will tell you, well, this is witchcraft. You trying to I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna say. Why you have picture of dead people in your house while they got their Jesus on the wall, while they have like what that guy that what's this the name of this fellow? He was a Nigerian pastor that his church keep catching on fire. He died recently. They'll have so many dead pastors picture. They will wear shirt of dead people on them, and the moment you do your thing, they will call you name. Forgot this guy name. Yeah, if you got yes, you can, sister. I only have a few pics, but my older sister have most of them. I got some arbitrary. Can you use them? Yes. Name, good. You don't necessarily get the picture, but the picture will be great too. It's time for you to gather those things. Just like you see those old photos, or you see the so-called 83, they never throw away their old photos. That's why they still got their own George Washington. If you go in the museum, they still got the boots of George Washington, his swords, his stuff there. They know what they are doing. You ain't got nothing of your ancestors. You got nine of them. Just like they got the old letters that their people used to go ahead and do all sort of things for the ancestors. They still got Thomas Jefferson pen. They still have uh, Ulysses Grant swords. Who is this? Somebody at my door. Ah, delivery. All right, then. They just deliver something. So yeah, just like they got movies of their John Wayne. Okay, they got movies of their Elvis. Okay, all those people like their ancestors and stuff like that, and then you have nothing of yours because they told you don't have them. All right. All right. So the one that are passing away, okay, that on the other side, it would be good, if you can get them on record. All right. You get them on record, you get their name, you get their picture, you wrote it down, okay, and you pray on it, you pray upon the Father, all right, because certain one of them, there's certain places they can actually do things that blow your mind, okay. It's on a very short notice. Forgive me, brethren. Okay, uh, it's on very short notice. Okay, that's why they don't want you to have any connection with your past. Any connection with your past. That's why they literally telling you, man, that happened like hundreds of years ago. It doesn't matter. Slavery a long time ago. Lynching a long time ago. Martin Luther King marching, killing, and murdering a long time ago. Man, that George Floyd thing, that thing happened a long time ago. Let off movie, and then you forgot. You forget. You forget every single thing that happened. They keep telling you, man, that's a long time ago, and they're like, oh yeah, well. Yet every September 11th, they keep reminding you of what happened on that 11th, 20 years ago, 21 years ago. They literally sit there. They spent an whole hour. They spent 3 hours saying 4 to 5 thousand names. When you watch the ceremony that they got every September 10th to 11th, they literally say the name of those people. They build monument for them. When you look at this thing that happened last summer, the 21st of June, the pancake that happened in Surfside, Miami, they build monument for them. They put their name there. They remember those people. When it comes to you, nope, you can't do this. Thank you, Dali Matthews. Remember Joseph's mother comfort him and the grave. That's why they have to take this out of the Bible. You have to go in the book of Joshua, where Joseph went to his mother's grave and his mother advised him, give him guidance, and comfort him. If you want, if you want to trace your, we if you've been adopted, we have a sister. She actually was adopted, and she literally through the spirit she traced her ancestors. But this is hardcore, man. The way to doing it, this is like hardcore. Okay, the spirit literally come and talk to her. Okay, I'm not making this up. The sister, she was adopted, and then they lied to her about her adoption. Most of those so-called black folks that they told you were adopted, most of the time you were stolen. Most of the time you were stolen, and the sister find out that most likely she was stolen. They said she from this country. She did not. She from right here, and the spirit literally come and told her, this is what they told her straight up. If you want to do this, like, this is hardcore, man. You have to be gem. You gotta spit right, because they will come face to face and talk to you. That is why it is imperative. It is important for you to gather the name of your loved one that are on the other side. A lot of people, especially when you are adopted, you are abused, and they keep telling you you're nothing, you have no family, you have this, you have that, because they don't want you to look in the past. Maybe you are quote unquote royalty. Maybe they stole the little prince, the little princess from the dead king, the dead queen's family. And then they beat down things onto you. They make you into this vile person, this disgusting person that you always thought you were, when in fact you weren't. These stories is pretty much all over. It's pretty much all over. Okay. All right, beloved, gather the stuff. All right, gather them. If you could gather all the way to your ancestor when they were in the chattel slavery, you can gather their name. Do this. I would. Please do not go over there and grieve the beloved sister Lisa Cabrera. Please don't do this. Okay, she had video where she traced back her ancestors, her name, and I would advise you to do so. The best way to do it is to ask your parents. Well, that is if you're not an orphan, of course. If you weren't adopted. Being adopted doesn't mean you're an orphan. Excuse me. Okay, the sister was an orphan. All right, she was an orphan, so to speak. All right. The best way to go about it. All right, it's to ask. For instance, I asked my mother. Okay, my grandmother. She on the other side. Good, I got her. Who was my grandmother's mothers? I asked, and then I asked all other old people. They keep telling me I'm gathering names. Okay, I'm building a family tree. Some of you even though you have some of you have a family tree, go in there, look at it. Okay, our people back then used to have family reunion. It is demonized now. Most people don't have family reunion anymore. They used to have family reunion shirt that have a family tree. The patriarch used to be in the middle with the matriarch and stuff. It is demonized now because they really don't want you to get in contact with your ancestors. For instance, some of your ancestors were engineering. Some of your ancestors were doctors. Some of your ancestors, they had high degrees back in the 30 back in the 20s, 30s, 40s. What time is it? Okay, they had like great degrees, but they could never work. They study a lot, but they could never actually work on what they studied. They work other nonsense job. Okay, all right. You don't see this right now. If there is a family reunion, there will be twerking. All right, there will be somebody jump on the table. There will be a fight. A two-third seeing another two-third that look like that two-third. He had a beef with him. Start blasting, children getting shot. It's all garbage now. Okay. Okay. So somebody learned that uncle was in World War I. That's good. Take his name, take his picture, put them there. And if you're interested, We will tell you where to send it. Certain work will be done on the behalf. You know how happy those people will be to know that they actually died hundreds of years ago, and they got family that remember them, that actually contact them, that actually give them certain things that only Gentiles can get. Because remember, all right, they still all the time, brothers, those people go to the grave of their ancestors. They perform certain things. They tell you if you do it, it's witchcraft. But they do. They go to the cemetery, they do certain things. Okay? They put flowers there. Okay, there's a video online, a black man that went to his wife's grave and he watered the grave. He makes sure to take care of the grave, he making the grave beautiful because he did love the wife above all, and the wife died. He make the grave pretty beautiful. And there's a video of a Gentiles that every morning he went with his ex-wife peeing on the grave of his ex-wife. Okay, they used to have the guy go over there and pissing on the grave. All right. It depends on, even though this person, your mother or your father, indeed did hate you, they on the other side now. They have to quote unquote pay. All right. Hydrated the holy temple with the Holy Spirit. Yeah. It's time, beloved, to trace back, to understand who your people were. That is, if you can do it. Okay. Me, myself, mine is way a hell of a lot more complicated. And I'm finding out certain of my ancestors. I'm like, this guy was my ancestor? No wonder. Okay. I guess that's a win for my family. All right. It is good to do those things. Write their names down. If you can get the picture, good. On November 1st, the master's going to do something. If you are interested, it's somewhere around 200 flowers, and then they will send you the instruction. You will do the best. I wish I knew. I should have said this like a year ago, or I should have said this like 90 days ago, so you'd have been already ready for this thing. And then forgive me. Got the best you can gather one, two of them, good, but the more is better. One, two is good. Okay, one of two of your people is good. Your mother, your father, good. Your son, your daughter, good. One, two is good. And let us know. And then we will send to you the pictures, the videos of this thing being done for them. And you'll be amazed. You'll be amazed. Yeah, some of you may have land. Some of you may have things they left there for you. Some of you may have castle over there in Europe. You may have massive amount of estates, but you don't know anything about that because people told you, hey, don't look at your ancestors, they are the dead, or you're worshiping the dead. Now, yeah, man, you're not gonna go to, you ain't gonna go to heaven, man. You're looking at your dead people, you ain't gonna go to heaven. Come to find out, your so-called dead relative wasn't poor at all. They were a rich family that was lunch, and then they literally stole everything from them, and then they left the will, and you're in this fifth generation or whatever, stuff like that. Somebody say Brother Dan Calloway wrote the book explaining how to find out your ancestors. Get this book, man. Get it. He most likely give details about it. Get this book and start working on your stuff, man. Find out who you were. Okay. Okay, a brother say family had land of Georgia. He doesn't know what happened to it. Most likely some Gentiles is enjoying this land. Okay. If your family was Maroon tribe, they were warriors, man. They got hish like that will blow your mind. Okay. Brother Matt didn't have the book. We cannot get the PDF of this book, brother. It's another brother. We have to support the brother. You need to go ahead and get. That's what they do. They dug up those monsters, dug up all our ancestors' relics and put them in museum, and then call them artifact. And then when you go get them yours, they call you a witch. They call you you're a warlock. You got stuff of your ancestor. Well, you got the body of my ancestor in the museum. You call it a mummy display. You got all those things. And when I come and doing it, they'll send people that look like you to attack you. Okay. That's what those people do. Babe, everything all right? Okay, then. All right. Somebody said Dan Calloway book is not that expensive. Hey, get it. Whoever Christian that told you you're going to hell for acknowledging your ancestors, they are going to hell. Your ancestors right now, anybody that are no more in your family have superpowers that you will only dream to have. They can do things, brothers, that are beyond your ability. They, on the other side, they can do that. Okay, they can do a lot of stuff. They will come and then do things for you, man. You're not alone. You got a whole squad of people with you. Okay, it's $34.99. It's like $35. It's $35 investment on Amazon. Please, somebody can put the name of the book so the brethren may want to go ahead and get it. And the best thing to do is talking to your grandmothers and your grandfathers and ask them. Again, beloved, you may want to rewatch. Excuse me. You may want to rewatch. Well, I don't know what the brother denied, but it's just instruction. We are not accepting the brother. We are getting the instruction to his book. It's two things. The internet say we are not the true Jews. Should we not using it? There are many things out there. There are many videos on YouTube tell us we are not the real people. Should we not use it? We are not about the person. We are about the information. We know who we are. We just need the information, how to do it. We go get it. Remember, we are very special, brethren. Okay, we are very, very special. All right, we are very special and we are very small. We are very small. All right. Not we don't have that much people of us that are out there. A lot of our brethren, they believe all sort of things. They believe all sort of things. And a lot of them, I don't mention them, I don't talk to them, I don't try to get with them because their mind has been altered. Their mind has been altered. And I see how they talk, how they behave, and then that's not my concern. For instance, that's right. We are set apart, man. Okay, we are very okay. Exactly. Dan Calloway eat the meat, spit out the bone. If somebody gives you a way to make money, for instance, let's say that brother Ricky Freeway was the brother was a drug dealer. Okay, he have a book out there. He had videos. I learned a hell of a lot from brother Ricky Freeway. Am I a drug dealer? Am I selling drugs? No. And the brother don't even nobody no there's no book out there that literally show you how to sell drugs. They show you how to sell things. You use it to sell drugs? You do. That's on you. That's on you. Okay. I use the brother stuff. There's a lot of things that I take from Gentiles. I take the meat and I look at the bones, things like that. Well, well, again, like I said, this is not a debate between who's this and that. This is instruction for you to go get yours. We already know who we are. All we need is the instruction how to do it. For instance, the whole Rick was things. There are certain things that he was teaching that in the street I didn't know those things. Certain ways that he said to do things I didn't know this. Okay, all right. Somebody, let's say you want to be a mechanic. Somebody wrote a book how to be a auto mechanic, and then that person say, "Oh, only men can learn that. Women can never be mechanic." Okay, like if you're women, will you? Okay, this man say only men can be mechanic. I'm a woman, therefore I will not use this instruction to do this because I'm angry about what he said. Oh hell no. The little mustache man, Charlie Chaplin. Which one of you read the community post? Anybody read the community post about Charlie Chaplin? We just uploaded about an hour ago. Okay, the people that read it. All right. So because any Charlie Chaplin cult or his followers, they despise us. Okay, they despise us. They don't want nothing to do with us. In fact, they want to get rid of us. But we have certain things that he said that are not favor us. We use it to expose our truth and make it further. And show his own people that hate us that, yo, the guy that you admire so much, you know who he feared above all? Us. When he said, like, we will be slave unto the Jews, he's not talking about Hesh. He's not. Let me read the quote for you. Let me read the quote for you, okay? So all people will understand what this is. Okay, all right. Charlie Chaplin said, even in his death, he will start World War III. One of his soldiers asked, one of his soldiers asked, how? Chaplin replied, the day mankind finds out what I was trying to defend this nation, Germany, from then, that's the day World War III will start. For on that day, mankind will learn that I was trying to save my nation from the Freemasons, the Illuminatis, the Jews. For if the American wins the war, then they will conquer the world and forever be a slave to the Jews, and they will try to conquer God. Do you know what America has in its possession? Chaplin asked the soldier. The soldier replied, no. The Americans have the jewels of the mighty one. The American have stolen God's precious jewels. What do you mean his precious jewels? Asked the soldiers. Chaplin said, America has stolen the jewels of God, his jewelry, the Negroes. They are the true Hebrews. Chaplin knew if they F with us, he knew this. He came in Haiti, they did all the ceremony. They told him, you will fail. They told him that's a prophecy, you will fail. He said, I knew, but I'm gonna do this as a warning to my comrade, so they would know that I try my best. I told them to leave those people alone, because if we don't, we're gonna be slave unto them. Not the Ish. Chaplin didn't say anything about the Ish. He didn't worry about the Ish at all. They turned everything into the whole Ish thing. He was trying to let those people, hey, don't mess with those people, because whatever that you do unto them, they will do it unto us and worse, and we will be slave unto them forever. Not slave unto the ish, man. Slave unto the real one. That's why they say will be slave, will be the whole population will be slave. And he didn't in fact fail. They told it. Our people said the other 83s are not like you. They are greedy. They will go out there, they will do the opposite. He said, well, no matter. I will start this thing. This will be proof that I did warn them. Okay? All right. So now it's Chaplin and his certain people go in front of the mighty when he asks for some mercies. He will receive certain mercies because he indeed did not want to mess with us. But the others, they flip everything around. They make this dude, they make Chaplin into a monster that want to kill everybody, that he hated everything. He hated all people and stuff. In fact, the guy was terrified of all people. Look at his trip when he went to Africa to go to the other druids that over there, the other masters that were over there. Okay, all right. So he went over there and he asked them. They said, "Well, that's the thing, man. That's what it says. It says there's no way for me." He said the only way for you to get to receive a little mercy is to make it worldwide, make it known. Okay, so Chaplin knew about this stuff and they did not listen, okay, because they wanted to enjoy the blessing. Brethren, listen, in order for any 83 to enjoy the blessing, we have to be at the bottom. We have to be at the bottom. Not only we have to be at the bottom, but we have to be in great suffering. We have to be in the worst possible condition so they can be in the best possible condition. If we are in a condition that is equal to them, it's not good. If they're making money, they're not gonna make money. It's not like if they are good, you need to be good too. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't. It's a balance. For this thing to go higher, the other you have to put a bigger weight on the other scale, so we'll go down. Their blessing don't work with them enjoying it and you enjoying yours too. It doesn't work like that. They have to suck up the blessing from somebody else, somewhere else. No, Sister Vicky is not the actor Charlie Chaplin. We use Charlie Chaplin as a euphemism, so to speak, to refer to the little fellow with the little mustache. Okay, because the moment you mention that guy name, they're gonna turn you into another Kanye West. They will. So no, Charlie Chaplin, the real actor Charlie Chaplin did not actually say this. The other fellow, the little mustache fellow, he indeed was against this. He said, "Yo, you have to set those people free, man, because in the future it's gonna be effed up for us, man." Okay, the mustache fellow. Okay, that's the guy we're talking about, not actual, Charlie Chaplin. All right, that's the other guy because that guy, if you mention his name, people are gonna come after you like you are the devil. Okay, well then that's good. So yeah, he knew about this. Okay, if you could find any book, all right, if you could find any book about Germans in Haiti in the 1910s or 1920s, 1940s, your mind would be blown. Like, wow. Okay, you'll be wow. So that's why they get all those money. They have to suck up the blessing from us. All right. Charlie Chaplin was actually a high level magician. All those people were. And then the intelligences, just like we were reading, the intelligences took him. They go to the other side, they show him the future. They say, this is what's going to happen to your people if they put their hands on us. And then they brought him back to the future. Just like the sister, they took the sister to this world and they showed it to her and stuff like that. That's what they did to Charlie. And then he came back and then he explained to 83, the whole council came in. The council did not agree. And some of them did agree, most of them did not, That's why they could never tell you what World War One was about, what World War Two was about, what the 100-year war in Europe was about. You will never find a clear answer. Well, the allies to the Axis, you have to understand, like the British, when they saw the Russian go over there, and they realized that they had to get settled and team up with America. So yeah. Nobody can tell you what did this thing, why did it happen? They can't. They have no answer. They will never tell you, oh, this has happened because there was a disagreement. Okay, some of them say, well, okay, if we free those people, we don't mess with them, we're gonna enjoy half of the blessing. If we do to them what we're supposed to do, we will enjoy the blessing to the fullest. And after the 400 years is over, we will renew it again. And they get lied onto. That's why after that they have to make, and after the whole thing in 1945, 3 years later, they have to go in that desert, put a little strip of land, set up a people, and say, "Oh, those people are us." And then that's why most so-called or far right or white supremacists, they always talk about those people like they hate those guys and stuff like that. When in fact, what they really meant is us, because they know that it's us. Okay, it's us. All right. Charlie himself was Ish. Okay, Charlie Chaplin was Ish himself. There's a reason Charlie Chaplin went in Namibia, and he did this. You know, the most horrible concentration camp was in Africa. There was a reason for that. That's why they had to set up everything in Europe, make sure like, oh, those people suffer so much, and then stuff. That's why their history don't hold water. When you check Haiti's story, it doesn't hold water at all. They always make it seems like their suffering is like the worst thing that ever happened in the history of happening. And the moment you mentioned chattel slavery, man, that was like 400-500 years ago, man. That's like 200 years ago, man. And that's like 300 years, man. You know, stop finding excuses, man. Get a job, pull yourself by the bootstrap, work, and do your thing. Okay, man. That's exactly what our people did. They find a job, they pull themselves by the bootstrap, and now they're out of this nonsense. That's what happened, man. Shalom. All right, beloved. So that's what happened. Okay. Charlie knew. People said like, oh, he was going around and looking for the city of Shambhala or Agati. He wasn't. He knew exactly where it was. He knew exactly. He just couldn't get in. He couldn't get in. He couldn't get in. Okay. Charlie and the other guys. One of the easiest way to get in there is not in the North Pole nor South Pole. It's in the Bermuda Triangle. Okay, it's in the Bermuda Triangle. One of the best way to get there. But this is how the Bermuda Triangle is. It's like a toilet. Okay, when you really flush something in this toilet, it's flush forever. There's a small possibility that whatever you flush in your toilet might be popping back up, but you can always reflush it again. You can always flush it again. There's a reason why Christians or Christianity or most religion also found it. They're also well planted about the hell is under the earth. There's a reason they keep telling you you're going under the earth, underworld, because they know underworld, under the earth is not hell at all. It's the opposite. Oh, you're going to hell. Where is hell? Oh, scientists have dig a hole. They literally reach hell. No, they did not reach hell. They didn't reach hell. They reached a place. Yeah, of course. Yes, they did. Yes, the devil triangle over there in Japan and the Pacific, those are entrances. All right, over there. That's how they always say, oh, hell is under our feet and heaven is above. Yeah, whatever. We are in hell. Yes. Hell is on earth. All right. Yeah. When you dig down there, you will reach a place you like, man, elephant 85 feet tall. The book about Charlie Chaplin called, it's been mingled. Unless you read German really good, it's called Mein Kampf. Okay, there is another book. Those books you won't find them like that. Somebody have to call. You have to go to that person's house and read it. Once you done, you give it back to the person. Yeah, certain books. There's a reason why they were burning books. Certain things they were burning them because there are certain things they don't want certain people to find out. Okay, Mind Struggle or Mind Kampf. If you can find a proper notification, a proper translation. Okay, I would not even bother with that, man. It's just there are so many people out there saying so many things. Try to find a book about the monk in Tibet. Okay, ask any monk or the Dalai Lama. Ask, hey, if you see the Dalai Lama anywhere, say, hey, Dalai, which piece of land you considering to be the most holy of all the land? You'll be shocked. You'll be shocked. Try to. I don't think you can Google it. Try to Google it while the Tibetan monk said about the most holiest place on earth, the place that have the strongest magical force, the strongest ley line of all, the place that is literally in the center of the universe. You'll be shocked what they say. You thought they say Tibet or say another place. They'll give you a place. You're like, so that's why. They know very well what's going on. Yeah, they know very well. They know very well what's happening. They know. They told the Tibetan monks are very well aware of this place. They're very well aware. There's a place called No, wait, not Bassin Bleu. Yes, it is Bassin Bleu. Is it? Yeah, Bassin Bleu. Bassin Bleu. It is known to one of the deep that the mighty one did open during the flooding. He didn't close it. It's still open. And there's a vortex there. And then if you get too deep, the vortex will activate, they'll suck you up, and then you will pop up somewhere else. Hopefully. The so-called Ish in the Middle East, those people are just cardboard copy. This is just some cardboard cookie cutting image. That's all. That's all they are. The original, they know very well what's going on, who's the original, who's here, who's that. And the blessing of those people cannot work when you are awake. You must and you're supposed to be asleep. That's why they try to do as much hash they can do so some of the 2/3 won't wake up. That's why they keep them in this garbage online. Do all the sort of nonsense online. Don't wake up because the moment you wake up, the blessing, something vibrated in the spiritual realm, the blessing won't work the same. That's why the CEOs are giving away, certain people are walking away because too many people are waking up. The more dumbass you have sleeping, okay, the more of all people you have bull jiving and do stuff, be in the missile talking about yay all the time. Or yay saying some stuff, some real hish and stuff like that. They're still asleep. They control the narrative. They give yay all this money. They make you talk about the subject. But when all of you gather in a small spot like this, discussing things like that, people are learning. We're all praying. People are gathering things and ancestors and all that. That's trouble right there. That's trouble. Okay, the book The Nazis World War II. I have a copy from Amazon. Mention a little of what you read. Yes, they did. Thank you for letting us know those things. Most of the stuff are in certain books. There's a book that the guy, the Vietnamese soldier, the Vietnamese general, I forgot his name. He's the one that won the Vietnam War. How did he won it? By copying Jean-Jacques Dessalines. He copied the Haitian emperor. He said this dude was like, he was his mentor. He was his model. He copied Mosiah Marcus Garvey. He literally copied the ancestor. He copied the Haitian people. He copied the. He said it's not something he hide, Bridget. He literally said it. He said, "I got all my idea from those people over there in that island." And there you go, there you go. In the book. And this book is extremely hard to find. A sister made a TikTok video about it and showed the book. And then I was trying to get it. It was like $12,000 to get a copy of this book. Are you familiar with Simon Bolivar? Anybody familiar with Simon Bolivar or Simon Bolivar? If you're from South America or if you're Bolivian, you should know who Simon Bolivar was. You should know this guy. Okay, one person is familiar with Simon Bolivar or Simon Bolivar. You see, Simon Bolivar or Simon Bolivar. All right, let me read a little for other people. Oopsie. Mm-hmm. All right. I mean, a Venezuelan. All right, if you're a Venezuelan, okay, become a trader later on. But let me read a little something for you. Simon Jose Antonio de la Santísima Trinidad Bolivar y Palacios, that's his name, was a Venezuelan military and political leader who led what are currently the countries of Colombia, Venezuela, Ecuador, Peru, Panama, Bolivia to independence. Okay. All right. He was like the George Washington of South America, so to speak. Okay. To independence from the Spanish Empire. He's known colloquially as El Liberator or the Liberator of America. Okay. Simon Bolivar or Simon Bolivar was known as he was like the Superman of the so-called South America. He was the guy that literally freed because the so-called Spanish were enslaving or occupying, colonizing the whole South America from Mexico all the way down to Argentina. So in 1492 and 1804, 1796, when the Haitian fought and all that, and then they celebrated in 1804. This news broke. Did you know we had to go ahead and help the Greeks? The actual Greek fought their war that gave them independence. They had to use us to fight. The Greek War in the 1930s. No, wait, 1930, 40. I can't remember when there was the Greek War. Man, I'm slipping. Man, if I was in my history classes, there would be an issue here. I'll go back and the whole Greek thing. All right. In Turkey, we had to help Turkey fight, but this is how those people do things. Simon Bolivar was the leader. He was like the George Washington, the Nate Turner of his people, the so-called the Latinos, okay, over there. He heard about the empire, the Haitian empire that literally beat the strongest military known to mankind. The strongest military at that time was the so-called the French. We beat them so bad that they lost the blessing. And to the victor go the spoils. So French has Canada, Louisiana, and all those land. Those belong to us because we beat them in those land. And when they come and they ask the Haitian emperor Jean-Jacques Dessalines, they say, well, we beat the French, therefore France is ours. Okay, the empire, the country France is ours. This is by legal paper. I'm not making those things up. I'm not sitting there and then showing hot hair. Those are things that are legally by international law. Okay, once a country beat your ass, they literally own everything that you have, including your own citizen. That's why those people beat us. They literally own everything that we have. And then when they asked the emperor, they said, okay, well, now we own the stuff. We need to go out there and then take them. He said, nah, our brethren that is over there in America, we will leave them with their land. What we're going to do, we're going to make this piece of land called Haiti. Any country, whether they were Jews or Gentiles alike, because that's how I talk, if they come in Haiti, they touch the land, they put their feet in there, we will give them citizen and they are free. Frederick Douglass, he was the so-called American ambassador in Haiti. Is when he came from Haiti, come here, he mysteriously died. They find him and his thing, he died. His spirits left, which that's not what happened. So Simon Bolivar, he heard the prowess of the Haitian, the might of the Haitian military. So he was fighting the so-called the Spanish invasion. Okay, Simon Bolivar don't look like that guy that you see here. He was literally a dark-skinned brown man. So Simon Bolivar came to Haiti with his small army. He came to look for help. So he came into to our ancestors. He came into our people. I think he come to Pétion. And then he said, man, you Haitians are like the mother of this thing, man. Can you guys help me fight and free my people? And then based on the law that our ancestor, the emperor left, if anybody come to any country, come to seek help from us, we must help them with condition that they will free all the slave. And what the emperor say, we will help you fight, and the condition you will free all the slave, no more slaves. And Simon Bolivar agreed. And then the Haitian give him guns. They give him people. We gave him somewhere around 300 Amazonian, 300 women. And go ahead and read what Simon Bolivar said about what those women were doing fighting. His army has to back up. They literally have to withdraw and then stand and look at how those women are fighting in amazement. That weren't the men. The men was just chill and let the women go kicking ass. And then he's like, those are your women. That's how they fight? Say, yeah, we trained them to fight like that. And guess what? When they heard Simon Bolivar is coming and they laugh, they say he's coming with the Haitian. They cry. He went to Venezuela with our people, our army supporting him. He beat the Spanish. He went to Bolivia. He beat them. He went to Peru. He beat them. We give him all the stuff. That's why the so-called Venezuelan, they have the true Venezuelan. I'm not talking about the scumbags over there. I'm talking about the one that study history. They have high respect for the so-called blacks, so-called Haitian. That is why their president went in Haiti, cried. He was in the car crying because he saw, somebody give me the name of not the president here, the one that died. He was crying. He said, when they asked him, when the news said, why you're crying? He cried like a baby. He said, those are the angels. Those are the children of God. Those are my brethren. When they asked him, he was in the place with George W. Bush. He went to the world UN. He told them the same thing Charlie Chaplin said. Chavez, yes. Okay, Chavez. Hugo Chavez. Thank you. Hugo Chavez literally right there told them, you guys are putting your hand on the hand of the angels over there, the black angels, on the hand of the children of God. He will get you. And then one of the guys said, well, what are you talking about? You white just like us. He said, don't you ever dare calling me white. I'm not white. My family, my mother, my people tell me, my ancestors, all those people, this is where I'm from. I'm not like you guys. Hugo Chavez gave them hell before he went out. That's why they had to take him out, because he gave them hell. Our spirit still lives over there. Okay, so Simon Bolivar, he freed like Peru, Venezuela, Bolivia, Colombia, Panama. All those countries fought with the so-called Haitian. They moved from town to town, just like when you're reading the story of Joshua going to town and town and taking land. That's exactly how people was doing out there. He literally liberated, the kicking the Spanish out of the land. And how do those people repay us? Did you know if they call a so-called black person walk over there in Argentina, they'll spit on your face? And how those people paying us is except for the so-called Venezuelan. Okay, the Venezuelan, they have a great respect for the moment they heard you are so-called black Haitian. They have respect for you because they know what you did for their country. They said it. Without the so-called Haitian, there would not be a so-called South America or El Liberator. That's what freed the entire South America. And then when Africa heard that, the Congo, aka Zaire, they call our people. We help them fight. The Greeks over there, well, not the original Greek, but the Greek that are living over there, they call. We help them fight. The Turkish, the Armenian, the Arabs, the entire world have to come there and get our people who help them fight. How do they pay us? They invade us. How do they pay us? They send the UN over there and our troops raping our women. How do they pay us? They poison our waters with cholera. How do they pay us? They kidnap our children, rape them, sacrifice them. How do they pay us? They came here, they kneel on our brother's neck and kill them. That's how those people do. And then they're going to sit there, and when we got our power back, they're like, hey, man, hey, remember back then you guys helped me? It ain't going to be like that, son. When we had our power with us, brothers, everybody come to us when they are dealing with. When people used to, when they're in beef with another brother, say, hey, you know, hey, you want to touch me? I know a Hebrew. I know Israelite. They say, you bluffing. And then they call one of us, when one of us pop up there, we used to be what they are calling a Jedi. If you watch Star Wars, anytime there's a beef somewhere, a Jedi show up, everybody back off. One Jedi, the whole army left. One Jedi show up, the whole army say, hey, all right, I was there, not anymore. They left. That's when our power was with us. And it's coming back. The cycle is coming back. Yeah, like the George Samuel himself. When Samuel show up in a place, everybody quiet, everybody leave. You don't want Samuel or Samson to show up, or Sister Deborah to show up in your hood. You don't want that. You don't want David to go up and show up. Two Gentiles are fighting. One of them is friend with us. And then they call they sent one unknown Israelites. He came up when they see the shield, the seal, everybody back off. Because if they attack one, they attack the mighty one. So that's what happened. Those history they don't teach about those, this is taboo. People will come, we debunk this. Oh, we debunk that. Oh, this brother, this was this. He was a traitor and stuff like that. Yeah, whatever, man. Whatever, dog. Babe? Oh, boy, it's 2 o'clock. I gotta go. So, yeah. Yeah, Hugo Chavez called George Bush the devil. He called, he said, he said, I talked to the devil. He came here. He said the devil sit in his chair. And he wasn't lying, brothers. He literally said, I talked to the devil. He came himself here. And that's when George Bush was talking about. But anyway, we won't get into politics and all that. Just to give you a little lesson, or El Liberator, a.k.a. the George Washington of South America. He leading. Go ahead, read his stuff. Read the history. Read the Black Jacobin or the Black Jacobin. The Black Jacobin. Toussaint Louverture. Just read his story. See what our people used to do. And then those people think like they're going to fight us. When those guys are fighting, they told you, they literally said they saw a massive chariot came in beaming a light. And next thing you know, our brothers go in size, they go in strength, they go in speed. How are you going to fight that? Yeah. Did you know the whole fighting war, there was a giant cloud there above the so-called Haitian? And then their eyes were glowing. They were moving at speed. Like you could, even the bullets could not. If you fight, you have to fight where they're going to be, not where they are. That's how fast they were. And you'll see. Beloved, I leave you in peace. I say fast, pray, repent, repeat. May the King reign forever. whenever we have a little time like this, we'll discuss certain history. I don't like to talk about those things unless somebody asks. It's because somebody in the comment board asks, we bring it. But things like that, they are too fragile to things like this. Okay, beloved, be in peace. Be at peace. See you whenever.